TomoNews presents Banned in America.
Boy Scout leaders remind troop leaders about water gun ban, cause, guns aren't kind, okay? The Boy Scouts of America is one organization that has its priorities straight, literally. The private youth organization prohibits known or avowed homosexual adults from their program, while atheists and agnostics are also unwelcome. Alongside gay heathens, violent games are also a no-no, and that means no paintball or laser tag. Weapons are likewise verboten: no crossbows, flintlock rifles, short-barreled rifles, cannons, bottle rockets, blowguns, spear guns, spears, potato guns, ninja weapons, or water guns. Water guns? Because they're simulated firearms. And this being America, we don't want our youngsters to get the impression that fake firearms are okay. The rule's been around for a long time, but with summer heating up, the Boy Scout leadership sent out a reminder Wednesday. Predictably, the edict has been ridiculed by people who just don't understand that water guns are gateway guns that lead to sitting in a bell tower with an assault rifle. Oh, and don't think about replacing a water gun fight with a water balloon fight, because Boy Scouts are kind, and kind people don't throw water balloons. One reporter jokingly suggested the Boy Scouts ban campfires and replace them with simulated flames on iPads, which is a great idea that will lead to fewer burn injuries. Let us know what other things you think the Boy Scouts should ban in the interest of safety, heterosexuality, and/or kindness. Are tickle fights okay? Maybe if they're friendly tickle fights? Nah, too dangerous. Barbecue smoke may not leave your yard. Wait, what?
My observations off your site here, that you have smoke leaving, that's prohibited. And you
What's the consequences?
Okay, so what is a barbecue grill for if you can't smoke?
Right. Why do they sell it? Why do they sell it at Publix?
You are within your property line.
I have a tent over my grill. I'm in my backyard.
So we're supposed to control the smoke and the wind where it's blowing.
Okay, so you can't smoke in public almost anywhere these days. And most of us have reluctantly accepted these limitations. I mean, after all, smoke does kind of affect others. But barbecue smoke? Are you freaking kidding me? Barbecue smoke leaving your property is against the law in Pinellas County, Florida? Evidently. Sheesh. No undue disrespect to vegetarians intended, but putting meat on fire is essentially how we became human. People need to eat, so people need to cook. People eat meat, so people need to cook meat. We've been doing it for millennia, and no chubby county smoke Nazi's gonna stop that.
Life or property or create nuisance. Okay, so this is a nuisance.
You hear that? He just cited an actual county ordinance that prohibits smoke blowing off your property. Damn! No wonder people mock Florida. Apparently, barbecuing is cool in Pinellas County if smoke doesn't cross your property line. And the county apparently also believes their residents have the power to control the weather. We can't really find any Twitter users siding with the county. Dana Loish uses the word fascists. 99 Kiss County thinks this has to be a joke, while Mark Caputo adds a bit of racial tension into the mix, with what we think is an attempt at a socially aware joke. But in any case, we say barbecuing on your property on a warm summer day is a God-given American right. And if you want to stop us, you'll have to pry those tongs out of our cold dead hands. Agree? So if you love America, go grab some dead animal and start cooking it in your front yard right now. Smoke on, people! And tell us what you think in the comments below.
Offensive language ban coming to Xbox. Online Xbox gamers who curse run risk of a ban, according to new rules from the Microsoft-owned service. Discovered by blog Professional Troublemaker, new terms of service says use of offensive lingo could see you banned or even the loss of your account, and it doesn't stop at Xbox. Publicly showing or sharing inappropriate content or material via Xbox or another Microsoft service could have them look at your stuff. Microsoft says they can also review your content should you violate the terms of service, and their services include everything from Outlook, Office, and Word to Skype. The new rules are coming May 1st, as is, we suspect, a bump in Nintendo and Sony players.
Oklahoma bill would ban hoodies in public if passed. Republican State Senator Dan Barrington, who is already known for his religious views against marijuana, wants to make wearing anything that conceals your face in public, including hoodies, a ticketable and jailable offense. The bill came about after lawmakers received complaints about robberies committed by men wearing hooded sweatshirts. They claimed the bill would help to identify the perpetrators easier. But many places already post signs like these that allow for police to intervene anyway. Those in the black community already know the real score in this game. Hoodie is synonymous with thug, which has now become a code word for young black male. Their fear is that if this bill is passed, it would give Oklahoma law enforcement carte blanche permission to outright profile, harass, and arrest black teens for no reason. Who is this bill really helping? I mean, really, can you imagine the police doing a stop and frisk on any of these guys for being in a no-hoodie zone?
The Donald makes the U.S. military's LGBTQ. U.S. President Donald Trump really screwed the mooch last week, with new Senate sanctions against his BFF Putin upcoming, and yet another Trump care fail. The Donald needed a win for his base, plus a distraction for the left. His fix for this puzzle? Banning trans folk from serving. Base and GOP satisfied? Check. The left all in a frenzy? Double check. Thousands of trans military staff and vets forsaken? Triple check. Trump presumably wants to make the military an LGBTQ-friendly place. That's until he screws the mooch again and needs to throw some more people under the bus. But the Donald's biggest transgression? Fake newsing himself. He promised to protect the LGBT community.
Fake news.
Repeal and replace Obamacare?
Fake news.
Rein in Kim Jong-un?
Hashtag fake news.
And now the alt-right's Big Daddy God Emperor is desperate. He's flirted with the abyss in the past, but with his trans ban, he's calling it a 10 and diving right in. Tiny orange hands first, of course.
Trump admin bans CDC from using big boy words. The CDC has actually received a list from the Trump administration banning certain words from appearing in 2018 budget documents. According to the Washington Post, CDC officials were treated to a 90-minute Trump-esque presentation on the banned words. Apparently, the Trump administration is scared of words like diversity, fetus, transgender, vulnerable, entitlement, science-based, and evidence-based. Instead of saying science-based or evidence-based, these boneheads gave suggestions like this. The CDC bases its recommendations on science in consideration with community standards and wishes. Excuse me? And over at the State Department, rather than saying sex education, the term is now sexual risk avoidance. What? Maybe Trump should just ban all words over 2 syllables and force everyone to speak in simplistic superlatives.
Dummies replace students in banned high school Christmas show. Organizers of an Indiana high school's annual Christmas show found an inventive way to get around a court ban on its nativity scene. Earlier this month, U.S. District Court Judge John DeJulio issued a preliminary ban on the live depiction of Concord High School's nativity on the grounds it endorsed religion and was therefore unconstitutional. What a Scrooge. So when the curtain went up on Saturday in front of a sellout audience of 900 people, the school used mannequins instead of actors to represent the nativity scene depicting the birth of Jesus. You know, the guy who Christmas is named after. Previously, an unnamed father and son filed a lawsuit against the school because they felt the nativity scene was overly religious. The school tried to play ball by including depictions of Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and other celebrations, but the judge said the school placed a disproportionate emphasis on Christianity. Local media reported that Concord High had previously included a live depiction of the Nativity in their annual Christmas show for decades. A pre-trial date for the case has been set for January 7th, but there's no word yet on whether Judge John DeJulio will be replaced by a dummy at the hearing.
FDA proposes trans fat ban. Pie crusts at risk. The American Food and Drug Administration says that trans fat is not safe and should be banned. But what exactly does this mean? Trans fat is what happens when you take vegetable oil, then run some hydrogen gas through it. What comes out is an oh-so-tasty, solid, stable fat. And it's in all kinds of stuff. Many restaurants have stopped using trans fat for frying. But the ban will affect other foods served in fast food chain restaurants, as well as pastry and cookie makers. Also, Americans do like fatty processed foods. More than half of respondents in one poll said they opposed the ban. Might this mean a run on frozen pizzas and canned frosting? Is the ban on trans fat a good thing for America? Leave your comments below.